Markets are down, but we're still feeling bullish. Here's why. This shows the after hours on AMC for Wednesday, and it actually didn't dip too much over the course of the day. It's only down 4%. The after hours held pretty steadily at the $8.50 support line. Last video I spent some time covering the shorter perspective. I'd like to analyze things from a more broad picture today. So this is an indicator from tradingview.com, and it's very simplistic looking because it's a combination of many other indicators. It's almost an estimate or an average of the other indicators, and it's not super reliable. It is worth taking a look at though. So on the daily indications, it's showing neutral here. That's a good example that it's not necessarily accurate. Going to the closer time frames for AMC on this indicator, it starts to become a buy signal on the time frames such as the 4-hour. So continuing onwards on the shorter time frames, another buy signal, right? I believe this is the 2-hour or the 1-hour. However, it goes back to neutral on the shorter time frames, and going even further, it starts to become a sell signal, guys. And what I make of that personally is that this is showing an indication based upon the selling pressure that we've seen throughout the beginning of the week. Since AMC is currently red, that could be what this is reflecting here on the shorter time frames. But for long-term holders, the longer time frame indications are still bullish. And this is the 5-minute strong sell, right? Here's the interesting part. Check out GME. Strong buy, buy, strong buy, guys. Very interesting. Remember, it's not super reliable, so this isn't good enough to make a significant trade based off of, but it is worth taking note of. Diving into the charts, I do apologize for my newer viewers tuning in. Things have become complicated on our chart here. Our early viewers probably have been able to keep up with this for the most part, but I would like to go ahead and just clean some of this up for you guys. A lot of these lines that we've been placing over the past couple of weeks aren't extremely relevant to the bigger picture. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete some of these. There's our symmetric wedge from way back. The falling wedge as well. Our old buy pre-breakout entry area. Long-term support line. I don't see AMC returning down here currently in the near future, so I'm removing these bottom support lines. We are still watching the price action at this level. All right. That's looking a little better, and I will turn off some of the indicators as well. Not much has been happening on the RSI for people who are keeping up with that. Some sideways, nothing worth pointing out, but on the MACD, our bullish momentum has been fading on the 4-hour, and that's likely where some of that selling pressure has been coming from. It's also beginning to potentially curve downwards. We could absolutely see some red coming through towards the end of the week. It's normal. This is a very normal pattern before continuing upwards. It's very, I'll make it red even. And then it would fade or turning green. That's a very common pattern for the MACD, where we'll see a lot of bearish momentum followed by a small amount of bullish momentum, and then you have some profit taking, some panic selling before returning higher back into bullish territory. Zooming in, I'll even go to a 15-minute. The yellow trend line that we were watching throughout the week has broken through. Okay, guys. That is technically a bearish signal. It's not the best case scenario. We would have liked to see it continue upwards here, but it is finding strong support here at the $8.50 support line. That's coming back from this wick, and there was previous price action along this line way back too. And I'm actually going to turn the VPVR back on for a second. Because there's a lack of volume bars right about here in this upper box, this target, short-term target. And a lot of support underneath here. So even if the price were to dip that low, it could very easily continue upwards, push through some of these resistances into this box. And that's going to be the real test. It's what happens here. Just so you're aware, that's well into next week and the week afterwards. Interestingly enough, in yesterday's video, I pointed out the earnings report, and on the chart, it was showing March 4th. And then as we saw with Yahoo Finance, they were reporting the earnings are going to be on March 10th. Funny enough, here's the earnings report, and it's labeled as March 10th now on the charts, guys. So that changed overnight. They moved it from March 4th to March 10th on the chart, which lines up with the news article, which further confirms that we are not going to know the earnings report before March 10th. This other support trend line is coming from way back, and this blue support is the 775 support, which is a very strong support, and has continued to hold up until this point. Moving on to GME, actually looks quite nice. These are some nice green candles coming through at the end of the day. This is a bullish engulfing candle. I need to zoom way in to see this, but I will go ahead and do that, because I've pointed this out time and time again, and it continues to lead into bullish moves afterwards. There's a good chance we'll see that here again. The green candle's much bigger than the previous red candle. Completely is above the red candle, close way above. It never dipped below the last candle. Extremely bullish candle. This is an indecision candle as well, with these giant wicks on the top. A lot of people sold that, and a lot of people bought it back underneath. So there is indeed a lot of chop right now. Remember, it's very difficult to enter new positions after the price has gone up so much recently. What this really looks like is a bear trap. It appears that the break of this support right here led to some stop losses getting hunted. And you can tell that we may be ready to continue upwards now. This actually isn't, this green line is not a trend line. I'll show you what it is. Going out to the 4-hour. It's a target, guys. It's a massive target that we've had on the charts for a while, and it is following that currently. Okay, so things are looking quite bullish heading towards the end of the week. We've seen a lot of panic selling and a lot of impatience already. Sellers might be running out of juice. Now I'll wrap things up with the GME indicators. Since they appeared super bullish on the trading view indicators. This is the 4-hour, so the momentum is fading, but not at an extreme rate. It didn't just drop off suddenly. So there's a chance that this will curve back upwards. But that'll be something to watch. In the 2-hour, some slight red coming through. The last bar was less bearish than the one before it, potentially curving upwards. Same with the 1-hour. And look at that, the 15-minute is green. So the closer in you go, it's possible GME is getting ready for another move. For people who aren't very tech savvy, there are scams going around on YouTube. It's been happening for a long time. It's nothing new. These are robot accounts that steal pictures. They use the same name, and they try and get you to contact them. I probably should have blurred this number. My apologies about that. Do not contact this number, this account. I don't write comments that sound like this, guys. I will never ask you to contact me outside of YouTube. Please don't fall for these type of things. It happens in trading all the time as well. We see algorithms and bots that play around with the prices. That's how they do short ladder attacks. It's high frequency trading. I'll get into that more in a future video. It's a very big topic. I can't cover it all right now. Thank you. When I do post a comment on YouTube, it will have this black border around the name, okay? Only my account has that on my channel. And I will also put a little heart next to my comment. That's how you know it's my comment. The only way to contact me directly is through my Patreon, guys, for VIP members. Happy trading. Have a great day.